everybody, welcome back with the second episode of Chapter 2 for the Jedi Knight stuff. So this is actually when I get to finally get a companion I've been waiting a long time for. So we're on Belmora now. Obviously, you don't really get to see the transition there, unfortunately. There's no, like, spaceport thing like there are in many of the other planets where it kind of introduces you to the planet. The introduction is really the previous thing where I was talking with the guy on the ship. He says, hey, I want you to be this person on this crazy elite task force or something, and we need you, or we need your help on Belmora. So then I just go to Belmora and that's it. So unfortunately, that's all the introduction there is. But I find off these colloquids here, and after looting, I get to go over and talk to Doc. Good old Doc. Gotta love the Doc. Mostly because he's a healer, and he ends up becoming my companion. Yeah, I know, spoilers, but it's important information to let you know, so I can talk about it.
The Jedi bought us some time. Get our wounded to the secure area. Move it! I'm the chief medic. Just call me Doc. You and your gorgeous friend cleared a nice path, but we can't leave. Got a whole nest of colloquids massing to attack.
My gorgeous friend is already spoken for, pal.
He doesn't need to know that.
No offense intended. You seem like a happy couple. I've got dozens of wounded here. Hope you're not one of those junior Jedi.
Do we have to save him too?
I'll head for the secure area and stabilize casualties. Here they come!
I like his attitude. I really do. Well, actually, before we get completely started on that train of thought, I did get new lightsaber colors. Went with the red this time around. I changed it up quite a bit throughout the series, but I think this is my first time going double red, so, you know, just figured I'd mention it. I usually just buy epic color crystals to throw them in there, and I get any of the extra stats there from having good color crystals. So Doc is one of those kind of characters that at first he seems very one-dimensional. He seems kind of sarcastic, and I guess he seems like he cares in a way where he doesn't care, that kind of thing. Almost a lot like what's a good example? I was gonna say Mako, but not really. And there's this sarcasm terms. Yeah, Mako's a little bit like that. Actually, you know what? No, that's actually a really good example, and I'll explain why. So, as he yells at me while I'm trying to kill these colloquids, Mako is a really, really sarcastic person when you first kind of meet her. Even with the tragedies that happen at the beginning of the story, she still tries to cover it up with sarcasm, right? And that's kind of how she masks emotion at the beginning of the game. And he kind of does the same thing, Doc does. He avoids conflict by making conflict. It seems counterintuitive, and it really is, but I mean, he's so sarcastic to the point where he tries to mask what he really wants to say, right? And he's one of those characters that actually do develop fairly well, just like Mako. But in Mako's case, spoilers if you don't know anything about the bounty hunter story, just skip ahead to the next dialogue sequence. I'm doing you a favor. But with Mako, what happens is she lets you know that she's pretty much abandoned by her parents, and that she's a cyborg, and her parents are these people who are kind of mysterious, right? And she never really knew them too much, and she feels plagued by that and kind of wants to get to know them. So that whole thing opens her up a bit, and then once you start going down those conversation routes later on in the story, and of course with other quests when you have her with you, the dialogue changes with her. It's not so much sarcastic, you know, to the point of trying to mask what she's saying, but it turns into just straight humor, right? Which is awesome because it's really funny. But then you also see her show a lot of compassion and stuff, so her complete mood changes. A little bit like that with Doc, to a smaller degree, I'd say, but you get to. I mean, Doc has a cool story, and he's a cool companion. He's a healer. It's what I've been asking for the past, like, 2 parts of this series.
Hey, look at that. We are alive. Nice work.
A lot of wounded here. You're the only doctor?
Honey, I do the work of 10 medics, and that's on a bad day. I don't know what genius picked a colicoid breeding ground for our medical facility, but we need to evacuate quick. Problem is, my critical patients are too fragile to move, and the Empire stole my trauma kits.
I'm here to steal something from the Empire. Your people need to help me.
I can arrange that, if my patients survive. Our scouts say the Imperials sent my trauma kits to their frontline troops on the plains nearby. The depots will be heavily guarded, but I'm sure you'll figure something out. Just hurry. These people don't have much time.
Well, he's certainly not lacking in confidence, that's for sure. He almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Dr. McKay from, Rodney McKay, that is, from Stargate Atlantis, which is actually, oddly enough, one of my favorite characters. A lot of people ask me what my favorite Stargate Atlantis character is. It's Rodney. He's the most unlikable, likable one. It's weird how that all works. But yeah, this very confident guy, very humorous in some aspects, and kind of a jerk in others. But he's gonna be, I think he's gonna be a good addition to the team. Now, you may ask, where does he fall into the whole moral thing? Well, we're gonna have to find that out as we go along, but morally, I'm kind of dark to gray area, right? And right now in my story, I'm kind of that. My character's a bit happier after getting, Kira off of the Emperor's control, and now that he's actually hunting down the Emperor to be able to seek his revenge. He's not completely dark-sided in his head right now. He's kind of gray area. He's less dark-sided than he was at the beginning, or at the middle of Chapter 1. So to give you kind of an idea of the choices he's going to make as we go on, they're not going to be completely evil and stuff, but things do happen that change that all around. So you may want to consider where the implication's going to be with Doc following me around as a main companion. Because I'm not going to have Kira anymore, because I'm going to want a healer to keep me alive. That's what I've been complaining about once again.
I got as many trauma kits as I could find.
The Imperials won't miss them. Our boys shoot to kill.
Apologies for being late. My detour around those Imperial forces took longer than expected.
Forgive my bluntness, but you appear to be a Jedi who's seen many battles.
Mementos from my previous disagreements with Sith. I was quite the warrior once. Thought evil was something I could conquer with my lightsaber.
If that isn't the answer, what is?
Taking an enemy's life only proves to his companions that you desire their deaths. Peace cannot take root in fear, nor be nourished with blood. Master Braga taught me that. You've done well saving this facility and its patients. The Resistance has already agreed to help us find the cloaking device prototype.
The super advanced gadget you're after? The Resistance can narrow down its location, but we need access to the enemy's computer network. The only connection point is at Sobrik, which is covered in Imperial forces. Troop legions, walkers, heavy bombers. Fun place.
Sounds pretty important. Why all the protection?
It's the manufacturing capital of the planet. All the best guns get made there.
I believe we can diminish the Imperial forces without firing a shot. The Empire has several comm relays around Sobrik tied to other Imperial strongholds. An early warning system.
Great. When we attack, they can summon more troops to kill us.
Or we make the Imperials think we're attacking their other strongholds. We'll infiltrate those comm relays, upload fake alerts, and siphon away Sobrik's defenders, leaving it vulnerable.
If the Empire thinks it's under attack, won't they tighten Sobrik's defenses?
Sobrik's commanders are noted for their aggressive tactics, and they'll have every reason to believe they're secure. The comm relays are protected by advanced Imperial war droids. Very fast, extremely deadly. I'm no longer quick enough to defeat those war droids. But you are.
Then the Resistance can raid the Empire's computer network. We'll figure out where they've stashed that whatchama-thingy you want.
Use this datapad on the comm relays to upload the fake emergency signals. I'll find a good vantage spot to watch Sobrik and keep you informed of our progress. Be careful out there.
I don't know. What do you guys think? You think he's teaching my Jedi something? You think Rorschach's looking at Warren and going, this guy's actually more wise than he leads on? I mean, not only is he a Jedi that's apparently quite ugly, aka has seen very many battles, but he's a guy who knows military strategy with this whole kind of tricking the Empire thing, coming up here and rerouting, false information, basically. I would assume that my Jedi would look at that and go, like, wow, he's got a lot of knowledge, I'm going to learn from him. The weird thing is, though, that Warren is well, at least he comes off as once again, they yell at me in the background. He comes off as a very wise Jedi who kind of knows what he's doing, and very light-sided in nature. Yeah. Yeah, of course they have. Yeah, whatever, guys. So basically, I would say, all in all, my Jedi would look at Warren and learn from him, and that's also why, at this point in time in the story, my Jedi isn't full, like, crazy, evil, dark-sided guy. He's seen some stuff. He's been through some stuff, my Jedi, but he's not at the point where he's ready just to go around mass murdering people. That's for sure, but he's also not at the point where he's going to go around saving puppies, because puppies aren't necessarily what's important to him at the moment. So it's a weird gray area he's in. I guess it's just my point I'm trying to get at.
Perfect. Sobrik's defenses have been reduced to the bare minimum. The Resistance team is heading in. I think it's best if you follow and keep an eye on them. Too much is riding on this mission.
Sounds like you don't have full faith in the Resistance.
The data they're recovering is essential to finding the cloaking device prototype. This may be our only chance. The Resistance team identified a vehicle depot as their best access point to the Imperial computer system. Transmitting the grid coordinates now. I'll continue monitoring Sobrik. If I see trouble, I'll alert you immediately. Keep our new friends safe. Over and out.
So now the goal is to go into Sobrik, where actually there's a ton of quests when you go into there. It's a huge quest hub. But finally, I'm able to work my way into here, and there's random people standing down there, Imperials, no doubt, and then I go up and talk to Doc, who just happens to be here.
Have you accessed the Imperial network?
Already downloaded everything. We were leaving when the Imperial medical transport landed for refueling. Avers and his men opened fire.
Balmoran scum! Murderers! My men are dying. We'll never reach the med center now.
You just made my season, imp. Bet you've got some choice gear on that transport.
Greedy vermin! These soldiers were defending Balmora!
The only thing Balmoran needs defending from is you.
Still, they're dying. We can't just stand by and watch.
Do you read? Colicoid nests stirred up by fighting. Waves of them headed for Sobrik's outskirts. Leave now or you'll be surrounded.
Colicoids? They'll rip us apart! Every man for himself! Move!
We can't flee! Those beasts will kill us!
I don't abandon wounded men, even Imperials. Then again, being eaten wasn't on my agenda for today. I can save these soldiers if someone keeps the colicoids off me.
It's too late. Get out of here. I'll be right behind you.
Here, take these medkits. Maybe the colicoids won't find you.
I hope they tear you limb from limb.
I'm meeting Warren at these coordinates. I'll see you there.
idiot. Does he really think these medkits will help us?
You won't need them.
What do you... No! No!
Oddly enough, that's actually a good thing to do. I mean, I'm not gonna save them because they're Imperials. All the Imperials must die, that whole thing. But the thing is, I'm also not gonna let them suffer, so I'm putting them out of their misery. That's the direction I've gone with that decision. I actually had to redo that one twice before I figured out which one I wanted to do.